Yo. Welcome to the episode 2 of Hunting for a Haunt podcast, where we talk about everything creepy, weird, strange, paranormal, the unknown just in general. So this would be episode 2, obviously. I'm one of the hosts. Call me Angelic Lux, whatever you want. My co-host, Tom Noob, aka Tom, aka
Massey,
Tom Massey, any other name? Yeah, any other name you want to get into it? At first, I just want to chill and ask, because I've not been on like the internet for like 2 days. Like I've stayed away for a bit for certain reasons. I think some people understand why I've not been on. Some people won't.
Sometimes you just need a break.
Well, it is that, and it's something else, but we're not really getting onto it and like live on the interwebs. But yeah, so I knew like yesterday the update for Warface came out.
Yes.
So I did it last night at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock. I did the update because I'd not been on. And it didn't do shit to the game. It was still lagging. Pistol round still lags. Bullet reg is still shocking.
For me, bullet reg hasn't been that bad. It's just the pistol round, the most crucial round of the whole game. And it just messes up.
Yeah, it's still like atrocious. Like I thought, oh well, come on, and it'll be good because their updates come out, so we were just like, oh, we'll do the update and get it done. But no,
it was 9 gig. What have they done with the 9 gig?
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, they changed the music. I don't know why they've changed the music. I don't know if they've left it as copyright or not copyright, but the music's changed.
I don't listen to the music. I always turn it off, like on COD.
Yeah, so that had changed, and yeah, I couldn't figure it out. So I think they've implemented like shotguns being a bit better and stuff like that, but the things that actually matter just still don't work. Like still just.
I need to turn the submachine guns down a bit. You can snipe someone across the map with a submachine gun.
So,
3 bullets to the head and the dead from long range.
I'm worried though that because there's obviously I think it's Operation Sandstorm that's coming out. I think this might die off. Like it's not the best. I get it's free, but they've made the same mistake.
What's free?
It's not free, but it's like it's cheap. It's like 60, so it's not it's not weight class of AAA, but they've done the same mistake of what every other game is and not introducing seasons fast enough. It's there, but it's just not. It like there's nothing to, like for right now. There's nothing for me to play. There's no reason for me to play it at all. Zero, no incentive.
Rank's not even out, so it's hardcore's. The only thing that's different with hardcore is you've just got to purchase armor.
Yeah,
and that's it.
So
everything else is the same. It's like I went into hardcore. I thought, oh yeah, one shot would just kill them. Nope. Got a rude awakening in there.
So it's just not. So it's technically not hardcore. It's just just buy armor.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I found. It's basically core with buying extra armor.
So that's so pointless. That's literally not even worth it. If I'm like that, might as well just be the core. Core might as well just scrap the armor thing off and make you buy it anyway. Because everyone who's played CS:GO is used to like going around the wheel rapid and just buying grenade, smoke or stun, armor, done.
Yeah, that's what rank's going to end up being like. So I think hardcore may end up being the ranked.
Yeah.
So. But they've not given any heads up as to what's going to be happening with the seasons, the ranks, the whatever. So it's not like we could choose which one we're going to play to even get somewhat used to it.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't think it will last. Like, there's nothing. Like, it was fun. Why it it first came out, but when you dive straight into it, so they've got a content creator program. So for Twitch streams, but the rules are so like you can't do it. You can't, like, they're so like, don't be like aggressive or abusive, which is fine, which is understandable, because if you're trying to get a deal or a partnership going, that's understandable. But yeah, I've seen it a lot on like a lot of games now where it's where you can't have the like gaming's done like less about competition and more about like a safe space, and it should always be a safe space to game. Don't get me wrong, any like gaming situation should be safe, but the moment you start taking banter out of it and the competition of like because at this point, if it same happened on Bless as well, if I'm streaming with friends or playing with friends, like it limits me to that as well. I can't even be aggressive to the people I know, who obviously know it's just banter. So it's such a it's not gonna last. I don't know what they've done. They need to fix it. They need to like sort it out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm just finding that. Yeah, I get there's 5 maps, but like you say, if they've narrowed it down for how you've got to behave, how you've got to this, that, and other for streaming, it's just like you say, it's probably not going to last. Or you're going to get some younger kids just streaming it instead of the likes of me and you.
Yeah. Wait, it's not even that though. It's like, so when you go through, like the typical things like went through when I was like going through Twitter page, it was the same stuff. People like, oh, I want mouse and keyboard. Then one, fuck off to PC. Like simple. Like yeah, go play. Like it's such a like dumb argument that we're not. That's all I'm saying about it. If you want mouse and keyboard compatibility, go to PC, but you won't, because you can't mouse and keyboard, because you're only doing it because you want to come across controller players to like do a bit. No, you're not going to go to PC because you'll get shit on PC. That's the only thing.
Definitely.
Like so stop. Like stop asking this like stupid question. PC players don't want controller. We're all pretty set on our ways. Like we shouldn't entwine or entangle mouse and keyboard and controller. It's just not a thing. Like no one wants it.
No, because PC have always got an advantage with certain games. Console has got an advantage with other games.
Yep, it's...
In fact, the main one that sticks out for me is Gears of War 5.
Yeah.
The movement on Gears 5 for controller is much easier than PC.
Yeah.
Whereas shooting is much easier for PC than it is for controller.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous how much of a difference it actually makes depending on what you're playing on.
But I also think it comes down to skill. A lot of people moan about certain things, and it's like if you're not good at the game, then you're not going to really like. It don't matter. You can't really complain about mouse and keyboard. If you're not good at it, you can't like that's why I've got no issue with people mouse and keyboarding on Call of Duty, because it's made for console. So I've got no issue. Like people are gonna get shat on PC, easy, done, sorted. Like but their mentality of this like limit you've got to get to like these streamers, because they always say this is just something you'll see a lot in like the description. It's like, oh, trying to help out like small like up and coming streamers, but then you read it and you're like, you got to have like obviously you got to be affiliated, you got to have certain amount of followers, you got to stream amount of time. But if I went to Warface now and clicked on it, like, and I've watched a few streamers other than your big streamers, because obviously they don't stream it no more, like they're all shocking, they're all literally useless at the game. And I think like you're not helping anybody, because no one wants to watch you. It's pretty simple.
I've thought about streaming it, but then I just want to get my Twitch page up and running, you know, with the graphics and everything else. So I just go sod it and just stream anyway, do the graphics over time.
It's such a I'm like, I don't know, like I'm just dropping off like stream now. I should really get back into it, but I can't be like, there's nothing to stream. I'm like,
you're just playing the same stuff over and over and over again, and after so long it just takes its toll on you, doesn't it? Yeah, that's why it's nice doing this podcast, because it's something different.
Yeah, it's very like, it's relaxed, and we're obviously like with streaming, like obviously I don't like people have got this weird mentality that I do it professionally, don't do it professionally at all. It's not my profession. So if anybody's out there going like, oh well, it's not. That's not what I do. It's not what I do for a living. It's not even like I do it just because I enjoy gaming and I can do it. But this, like for me, and I think this is what did it for me. You know, if I had to grind to get to affiliate, you know, if I had to put some effort into, I think I'd have carried on like that. Not work ethic because that transition over into affiliate to try and get partnered. But I became affiliated so fast that it like 3 weeks and I was affiliated.
Well, I'm just 4 followers off of it. Of getting it. Obviously, I need to do the views and whatever else, but it won't take too long. But they need to find that middle ground. You know, the one from affiliate to something else, and then from that something else to partner. Yeah.
Well, it's trying to find that game as well. Like that one certain game. And to be honest with me, I don't like. Fortnite was probably the one. If anyone wanted to like build up anything, like not now, but back then it was Fortnite. Fortnite would have got you somewhere, but it's just not what people want to do. It's like I just don't like. I don't think anyone wants that easy ride, do you? Because I know for a fact now that unless you're a big streamer, like if you come up on Fortnite, that's all people want to watch you play. So the minute you transition.
Well, yeah, I've seen someone that started on zombies and got known through Minecraft as well, and that's all everyone's asking for: Minecraft, or zombies. Especially if they knew him early on, it's zombies.
Yeah,
you end up getting categorized into a certain game, or maybe even like a couple of games. You can't become that variety streamer of different games. Do you know when the new come out?
Yeah,
I say you can't, but you can. But then you end up risking losing viewers or subscribers, and then is it worth it?
And that's it. It's that mentality of if you want to carry on doing like streaming, like you've just like I just don't think it's like right now. I don't think it's worth it. Like because if you go onto Twitter, like especially when obviously because sometimes we do this. We'll go into like party. So this is like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock. We'll go into a party. There'll be like 6 of us, and we'll just like randomly pick like a streamer with no views, and then like they've got a goal. And then, so I'll give them subs, I'll donate to them and stuff. But there's just, like, it's such, like, I think once Fortnite hit, like, the stratosphere for what it was, everyone just thought, I can stream. And to this day, there's thousands and thousands of people streaming with 0 views, 0 nothing.
Yeah.
And it's too crowded. It's overpopulated.
Saturated.
Yeah.
Everything's just been saturated. It's just... I remember having I had all the recording stuff to do it, you know, I think it was Modern Warfare 2, because I had my HD PVR way back when. So I could have streamed them, but it's like, internet was crap in my village, because it's middle of nowhere, you don't get much internet, so trying to play the game and stream at the same time was just not happening. Plus, the amount of nerves it took when you're younger to get on camera in front of people.
Oh yeah, mate, for sure. Even now it's like weird. Like obviously, you in your head you got to think, give a fuck what anybody thinks I look like. Who cares at this point? Like it doesn't like really, because you're always surprised. Like because we always said when we tried to put faces to people in like parties that we'd never see. Like some of them just don't match for what they look like or anything, and you're just like, mate.
Oh, I dread to think what you thought of me then.
Oh no, but your voice and your attitude goes well with like your presence, so it wasn't that bad. But some people was just like, mate, I even get nervous now, like when I first met Madeline and she was like, oh, let's play some Overwatch, and I was like, yeah, sure. So I loaded Xbox up, obviously thinking we'll jump in an Xbox party because it's the easiest thing. But then she's got to update controllers and stuff, and I was just like,
oh yeah, I'm guessing she's on PC then.
No, she's on console.
Update control. All right.
Yeah, sometimes you like old Xbox, you have to update your controller sometimes.
Never had that because I've always had it plugged in.
Plugged in, yeah, so you're fine, yeah, so like wireless and stuff. But then I was setting up, I was like, right, we'll do this, and then next minute I get a video call from it, and I was like, obviously I was gonna answer it, but it was like, it was that same thing of, because I'm a bit used to it because obviously I've streamed and stuff, but I was like, streaming's alright because you're not face to face with a random person, whereas this, it was like I'd be face to face with someone I'd met like an hour prior to. It was ridiculous. So yeah, no, it's definitely it's definitely
a nerve-wracking experience.
A nerve-wracking, especially mate. We could transition this into like the paranormal now. It's the same thing on like ghost hunts and investigations and stuff. People will be with you and you'll have a camera and you're trying to get footage and they're like bobbing under the camera and trying to get out of the way of it. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm shy on camera, and it's like, why are you here in front of like 12 people with cameras if you're not like comfortable with it? Like, and it's not even like it's in full detail. It's full spec. Like it's IR or full spectrum. So you're either like the creature
funny
from the
colours anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna like you walk out a door and you're like the creature from the Black Lagoon or something. You're not even like in full HD or
Predator.
anything. Yeah, like so, it's such a weird thing to try and get over. But I understand why some people have that issue of.
Well, folk always go, "Oh, camera adds £10 as well." It's like I look fat on camera.
Yeah,
so it don't matter.
Who cares? Like, who cares what? That's why.
You'd be like the perfect catfish. So as soon as someone actually sees you on camera and then meets you in person, oh, you're thinner than you look on camera.
Oh, cheers! Like, you know what I mean? It's such a like. I got it. I don't even like. I get it all the time because obviously I'm pretty freaking. Well, I'm getting old now. I say I'm getting old. I say I'm getting old.
How old are you?
I'm 28. I say I'm getting old. I'm not getting old at all. But I definitely don't look 28. Like everywhere I go, I still get ID'd. People are like, "Oh, you're so young," and it's like, nope. I'll take it as a compliment. Don't get me wrong, especially on ghost hunts as well. It's like you say to people, you go and you're like, and they're like, "Oh, how long you studied witchcraft, or how long you known this person?" And you're like, "Oh, I've known him for like 10 years," and they're like, "Oh, you must have been like really young, like 12 or 13. I'm like, "How old do you think I am?" Like, I'm like, I'll take it, but I'm 28. I had to tell Madeline. Madeline was like, "How old are you?" I'm like, 28. She was like, You're not. You're like, I thought you were like 24. I'm like, "Oh, cheers." Like, cheers. But not 24.
No, I've always been told. To this day, I've never been asked for ID. I don't even have any ID. But the point is, I've never been asked, so I must be.
That's crazy.
I must be aging terribly.
Terribly. I mean, that's crazy because even like I'm 6'3", and like obviously my skin's better now because I take care of my skin and everything. But back then I was like, fucking. Obviously I didn't grow any bigger or smaller, but. Like 3 years ago, 6'3", I looked like a fucking homeless magician because I had like full beard and everything. And you'd go and they'd be like, "ID, please," and you'd be like, "Seriously?" So, like,
wow. No, I've never had that problem.
That's madness.
I think it's just the hair disappearing. That's my magic trick. It just disappears and nobody asks for ID.
Yeah, that's it. The minute you become bald, everyone's like, "Nah, he's aging, it's all good." Like,
exactly. No wrinkles anywhere else. Just hair disappears.
It's so freaking weird. It's such I don't like.
But I guess we've got to ask it by law, even if they don't think it. But some just can't be asked. They go, "Yeah, that's fine."
Yeah, it's kind of a mad. I still, it's weird though because I know a lot of people in the witchcraft business and the paranormal business and stuff who are. It's so weird, like so young, like, but they're not. They look like they're 20, but they're like pushing like 50. It's ridiculous. Wow. So I know, especially a woman who does like herbal remedies for skincare.
All right.
And she's getting old now. She's pushing like 60, 64, 65. I've not seen her in a while.
Yeah.
Because it was from when I obviously used to do like coven stuff and things. And back then you don't think of it, because you're deep in it. You're like so far in it that everyone just looks the same at that point. You're just like, it's just passing. But then when you come out of it, transition, you go to her and she looks like she's 30.
Wow.
And I think like people spend so much money on this. If you were to talk to her, she'd be like, the exact words would be, people spend all this money on this stupid healthcare and all these moisturisers and stuff, and she's sat there just like making her own plant-based things, and she looks fantastic. Like, and you're just like, it's ridiculous.
Well, I've heard so much plant stuff is actually better for you than it is all the chemical stuff, which makes sense, really.
Makes sense. But I don't think it's just plant stuff. I think she's like, obviously she does magic as well, so that's got to be something to do with it. Like, she's like fucking Harry Potter or something. She's definitely like de-aging herself or something, because it's bonkers. You see it all the time. It's a weird thing. I've seen it with a medium. I know. And we'll get into like mediums and how you become one, or because you're born as it as well. It's kind of different. But I know some mediums who are like 40 or something, but they look crazy young, and I just think, what are you doing? Like, you definitely like you've got a lifeline to death or something, and being like, look, mate, I need to.
Good old Lucifer just giving him a helping hand in staying young.
Yeah, it's like I need to be young in this one scenario, but
Keanu Reeves magic.
It's kind of like, but she, obviously, like, I don't know about her because she died. And obviously got brought back to life. So that's how, like, if you try and ask her how she became a medium, that's how she'd put it. She died. And so she had trouble with like shadow people for quite a while.
All right.
And then obviously they're not very, like, depending what state you're in and how long it's been going on, they're not very nice. They're not, obviously they're always threatening in some way. And they made her do stupid things like electrocute herself and then jump out a window and certain things like that. So her transition, she died, and then in her own words, she met death, which, like, I can't argue with it because wasn't there. Obviously wasn't my side when I fucking corked it or something, but then she came back, and the weirdest things happened is that she naturally had like brown eyes, which this is so freaky. But now she's got they're like amber and green eyes. They're very weird when she brought back to life and stuff. But ever since that, she's been able to communicate with it, because there's all sorts of types of mediums, so you gotta be careful. So there's like normal mediums who can just talk to spirits and stuff. Then there's death mediums who feel more of and see more of the death side of how they died and still why they stuck here and everything. Then you get like the fake mediums who are just useless and don't do anything. It's like you take them anywhere, and there's like they'll send, like, you could build a fucking house on a cloud using magic, and there'll be a spirit in there from fake fucking medium who's just like, no, like, I'm sensing Dorothy from freaking, I don't freaking know, just like, you know what I mean, like from Wizard of Oz, Tap Yell Street, like. But you got to be careful, because it's obviously some are born as mediums. I don't know if all of them, to this day, I don't know if all of them are still correct, as in like they're all real, because it's so hard to people don't like being questioned on it, so you tend not to do it. Yeah. But
it's almost like a magician revealing his tricks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not really a thing. It's like, so I know being born with it, but obviously you don't really know until you hit puberty, because then obviously it changes, and that's when you're like, obviously no one ever tells you that you can see like ghosts are visiting you or stuff. So it's kind of awkward sometimes. So I know that's one. Like, it can occur through death. if that's the case. And I presume if I put logic to it and the magic side of things and witchcraft inside, I presume you should be able to open yourself up with the right type of spell and incantation and stuff to receive that type of, not gift, but that type of thing of seeing dead people and stuff. It's just, yeah.
I think that'd be quite scary. Someone pops up next to you and you're not expecting it.
Oh yeah, it's like, I wouldn't want to do it. There's no way not a chance that I'd like to. They always die young as well, like mediums, because it's very like taxing on the body, because they're feeling people, especially for a death medium, they're feeling how they died and stuff. So it's very taxing on certain things. So it's very weird, and that's all I know from the medium sides.
Quite painful.
Yeah,
it's quite painful.
Oh yeah, so if someone got stabbed or something, obviously they won't feel like they're getting stabbed, but they'll feel somewhat that type of feeling.
Yeah.
Or the dread behind it. It's quite emotional based, or they'll feel it the next day or something. But if you ask a lot of ghost hunters or paranormal investigators or even like exorcists and certain people who's dealt with it, like I know of two mediums like that are real, like that I'm 100% sure are real.
Yeah.
I know of 5 that are like, so 5 in total that are like maybe or maybe not, depending on what they do. But two out of the 5 are 100%. I've got some sort of medium power, but
gift.
Yeah, gift, and I presume no one's going to sit here and like, I know 100 mediums, because it's just not the case. It's like, it's not a thing. So everyone, it's pretty hard. And that's why you should ignore TV shows and stuff, because it's like you don't know. Like every TV show, like if you pulled all the paranormal TV shows up, every single one of them's got like, they use like 2 different mediums, and you're just like,
yeah,
that's ridiculous. Like it's not a case for that type of thing. And because then there's this transition into empaths as well. So like that.
Like, I'm gonna say that there's like, I've heard of empaths, but empaths, from what I've heard and read, is the people that can feel other people's feelings.
Yeah, so like it's very hard to, well, it's not hard to describe, but it's everyone's got different views on it, because it's still the unknown. Everyone's just going to be like,
yeah.
But from research, and I know of like paranormal research and parapsychology and stuff like that. So, and you're right, an empath feels other people's like feelings. They can sense it, but what they also don't do is feel their own. Because they're feeling everyone else has not got time to process their own. So when that builds up and it releases, because it has to release, because it's technically energy, so it'll release at some point, whether it's an outburst of anger or depression or something, it'll release and things will start moving about. So things will start teleporting from one room to the other, which is weird, because they don't know they're doing it. But someone will go, oh, so you have a poltergeist, right? But then an empath can create a poltergeist, because there's more theory that a poltergeist is created by a living agent than being an entity.
Yeah, so, I've heard that.
Yeah, so it's imagine taking an empath who don't deal with their own emotions because they've not got time to, and they keep everything in, and it builds and builds and builds, and they've already got the ability, because you need the ability to be somewhat of a medium to release this type of like energy. So imagine an empath building, and then just releasing, but it releases an energy, which we know as a poltergeist, but it's not really a poltergeist. Like the first things that start moving about, so like you'll put your keys down and then come back to it later and it'll be moved. If you're an empath, that's your energy. But if you don't contain it enough, and more that gets produced, it starts to change that energy into its own entity, which becomes a poltergeist, which you know of.
Yeah.
So now you've got a separate entity that you have no control over. You're not doing it now. Now it's a full-blown poltergeist, so it's formed its own sentience, if you want to. I don't even know if you can class it as sentient, because it's obviously it's not, but it's got its own like thought process and everything. So empaths are weird. Empaths, like, not as in like a bad way. If anyone's an empath watching, you're not like it's a weird thing to try and explain to people, because people will be like, oh, there's a ghost, or oh, I've got a poltergeist, and that's not the case. There's just an empath who's not dealing with the emotions or anything.
It's like, how can you tell if you're an empath? That's another thing, because I can feel other people's emotions to some extent, but I don't know whether that's because I've observed enough people to kind of understand why they're feeling that way, or whether it's just I've seen enough TV.
I think that's scary. I don't think anybody knows. Like, especially, obviously, we're both logical. A few people who's going to watch this are logical as well. So by now, I presume you'd know if you're an empath. You'd figure it. You'd have figured it out. Like, but you'd have understood like that it's you that's doing it. So, because like you say, there's a million and one things. Like, how do I, like, with me having like emotional detachment issues, the way I pick up on people's emotions and stuff, people are like, oh, you're a medium. No, it's because I've studied profiling. I know how to profile a person down to their last facial movement. So for me, it's that, like, so I put logic to it. Obviously, I'm not an empath or anything. I'm not a medium. I'm not even a sensitive, if you want to put it even that way. Like, I don't even sense spirits or anything. So I think it's probably because, not because you've watched TV, but just, you know, if you're observant enough, and then
you can just pick up on things.
Yeah, you understand the logic behind what you're seeing, because a lot of people pick up on like red flag, what class as red flags or triggers, and they ignore them. Like, the brain's seen them time and time and time again, but it's just not knowing what you're looking for. So it's just understanding, it's putting logic behind it and understanding what we do, because our brains don't like change, like our minds don't like it. So
being autistic knows that all too well. We don't like change whatsoever.
No, exactly. Like, so it's like, so imagine, like, so you'd know if, like, especially like putting logic to it, you'd know if you had some like psychic, or not even psychic. Let's take psychic ability off the table. Fuck it off. Stupid word. Like some medium ability or something like that, because your brain doesn't like change. Something's changing. And people who see ghosts, like, I've seen a ghost, you've seen shadow people. I've tried to summon demons and also, like,
see aliens and things
like that's like, it's just understanding that that's not anything. Like, I'm not medium. That's just a regular occurrence that happens sometimes when you're into the field. But it's, your brain doesn't like change to the point of, you'd understand it. You'd understand if something was wrong. But that's why you see it a lot in children who don't deal with it, because they obviously, the brain's still in development, so they don't really know that that's what they just think, oh, this is just normal. Because I don't know how a child thinks, because obviously I was a child, but I'd be thinking different to a different child. So you just don't know until they're at the pinnacle point. But if they've got no one to talk to at that pinnacle point or express how they feel, then they become just stuck in that same cycle of not understanding, and that just goes through to anything in life. And like, you see it all the time. You see it with people who just make the same silly mistakes over and over again. It's not because like, well, sometimes it's because they're not very smart. Let's just put it that way. And then obviously sometimes it's down to abuse, and there's so many different factors. But if if you transition through something like that, like seeing ghosts or something, you've got no one to talk to or anything, you're gonna like crash hard. You're gonna start going down like a path of uncertainty and just self-doubt and stuff. And I've seen it a lot in psychology and stuff like that, whereas people just don't learn. They're like, and it's not their fault that they don't. Well, sometimes it's their fault that they don't learn because they're too stubborn. But sometimes it's just that they've not processed the point of where their life changed dramatically, and now that's what. It's just normality. I think like it comes to that point, pinnacle. Now it's normal, so they don't deal with it. Same with like ghosts and shit.
You've also got I'm guessing you've also got an outside influence. Do you know if someone thinks that they're just talking a load of nonsense, so then they just shut down to everyone?
Yeah.
And then just basically ignore whatever's going on and just keep themselves to themselves, kind of thing.
Yeah, you can't have like that, but that's the world we live in, and especially the world of paranormal as well. That's the hardest thing for me to do is look at someone in the face and know that they're going through something that they don't know how to explain, but they don't want to tell me because then they think I'm going to judge them. But then I know I'm not going to judge them, but because I've done body language and facial expressions and all this type of stuff, it's like I can see the pain that they're feeling. So I'm trying to push in a way that's not making them feel uncomfortable, but they just don't want to. No one ever wants to open up. It's the shit world we live in. There's not enough. I said to Madeline before. I said like, there's not enough of this. What we're doing now,
talking,
just a normal conversation, not about how was work or like what did you have for dinner or just like. There's no one has deep conversations anymore. It's just all forced small talk, and and that's what I see. Like, it's so irritating to be on a paranormal investigation with new people or people in there, or you're trying to I don't know. Let's go to the most extreme. You're trying to you're trying to do like animal sacrifice or something, and trying to summon a demon or something daft, and you've got someone trying to force small talk onto you, and you're like, what are you doing? Like, it just doesn't work anyway, and it's so annoying to figure like the world's gone to shit. Literally, the world's gone to fucking shit. I can't put it any other way. That's it.
We just got visions of an animal sacrifice going off, and some guy saying, "Do you come here often?"
Mate, I don't know if I can say this on stream. Actually, I'll say it on stream, but I'll leave bits out. So, in like when I think it was like mid cult days. So I was well entwined with the cult and what was everyone doing. So in this huge forest, and I mean huge, I mean like thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking acres of just private woodland. There's to you and me, normally to everyone would look like a mausoleum.
Right,
but it's not. It's like you open the door to the mausoleum, it's just stairs down. Like there's no like trinkets or people's ashes or anything. So with same thing here, because obviously it's to do with cults, so it's quite ironic that it seemed like, you know what I mean, it's to do with paranormal. It's weird. So every Friday there used to be like a weird ritual that everyone would do, and you go down into this mausoleum, and it'd be huge. It'd been built for the sole purpose of to not be disturbed. It was like right at the bottom, at the edge of like the grass before, because they had a huge garden. Like it was about a mile of just like grass, like field. So it was the end of there before it hit the forest, because they'd cleared it out. So you go down a big chamber, and you're sat in there, and there's a big slab of granite in the middle, and every Friday there'd be rituals first, and then there'd be kind of like a weird like sex ritual, if that's what you want to class it as. So everyone would be in masquerade masks, but like weird masquerade, not like your typical masquerade ball mask, but weird masquerade, like kind of like Venetian type of style. So they're a bit more weird. And these two new people who would come into the cult and stuff were like in their 40s. They must have been in their 40s, and they were married. So it was like these two. They must have been like 6, 5, 7, both of them. They were so innocent. These like, and I was like, and they were trying to get involved and stuff. And someone had told them that it was just a ritual that we've been doing, so people can just sit. You can watch. You don't have to get involved or anything.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the rituals before they came. Like, so they've come into this weird sex thing that everyone does. So pretty much a massive orgy. But there's like weird there's weird symbols. There's weird. There's blood, but I don't even know whose blood it is. It could be animal. Could be person at this point with the state of the freaking quarters going. But a lot of random people came from like higher power of like, so a few lawyers, like there was some like people there, and they were the same. So they like, it was getting going, and I was, I've even got so I've got one. I can probably show you actually. So. I've not got my mask with me, but I've got this girl's mask who came with us second time, so mask.
Oh yeah.
So obviously this, and there's a reason I've got this, but I'm not getting. Well, she took it off. She's not meant to take it off, but she took it off, so I've got it. And then. I was wearing some like weird Phantom of the Opera devil thing. That was coming. I had like solid black eyes, so I could like, it was like tinted, so I could see everything, but I couldn't see it. So we sat there, and these two people ain't got masks on, and they're just sat watching like people just start going at it.
Yeah.
Like, and it was weird. It was such a weird thing, but I was like, hey, you know what, fuck it, let's just do it. And I can't say everything what went off, but. They had the same thing of like way of thinking they viewed it. These two people were sat here just like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, like 2 feet away from me. Why? I'm laying on this slab of concrete or slab of granite while this girl's on top of me. Yeah, you know what I mean? Doing erotic things, and it was like, I still see him to this day. That's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I would have been so uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable because you're not allowed clothes in there. It's not a like you have.
Fuck. Yeah, that just because I'm an element of I'm a little bit of a germaphobe. Before all this pandemic started, and then that was it. I would have been so uncomfortable.
So, mate, it was, even I was uncomfortable sometimes. It was so weird. It was
like, is this really necessary? Can't we just skip this bit and go on to the next bit?
That's what I mean. But I think everyone was like, because they'd just done the big ritual where everyone's in gowns and certain things, and then everyone's chanting and stuff. But it, like, and only a few people know this. I've got a journal full of it, but it was so hot, you know, because it's lit by like torches on the wall, so it's like natural fire. It was so fucking hot that it was like, you didn't know if it was sweat or other bodily fluids. It was literally just like, and these.
That just sounds like my idea of a nightmare.
It was me, and I just look. I can remember finishing the thing and then looking over at these two people, this couple, and they didn't know what day it was. They were just like, what we got ourselves into and stuff. And I was just like, and obviously they left after that. Obviously they didn't join or anything, but I still see them now. So I'll be walking around the street, and I'll like, especially after it just happened, I'd walk, because obviously I'm skipping a bit of the story because I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or not. But I'd see them in the street, and they'd look at me like, not like I was nasty or dull, but like that embarrassment to be like, yeah, we saw you naked, and you were like, and I was just like, yep, that's what happened. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Just that quick acknowledgement of knowing each other, and then you kind of look the other way and kind of go on your way.
And it's like for people who think like this is why like the whole of paranormal is fascinating, because people think like the paranormal side, just do like go like trust me on this. The paranormal, like if you're diving into like the full paranormal scale, like it gets weird, freaky, like I've had candle wax stripped all over me in some weird ritual. I've had
That shit burns.
yeah, and like I've seen and been a part of someone who was trying to summon a demon into themselves. So there was freaking like these weird shaped lanterns that I've like lanterns that I've still got in storage. That I just like, and for me especially, I obviously because I enjoyed the paranormal and the whole aspect of it, but I just like I dove so far. I just dove head first into it, and I regret it. I regret like just doing it.
So what would you have done differently then from what you actually did?
None of it. I'd have been a good.
You would have just stayed away.
I'd have stayed at home playing video games or something.
Basically, you're just explaining my life then. Just stayed at home playing video games, oblivious to the world.
But yeah, like I wouldn't have. There's no way I'd have done half the stuff that I'd have done, and especially in a short period of time. Because people who think out like people who get it wrong. I've not done this for like everything I've done and journaled and wrote about and what people know of and I've spoke about is in like a very short period to like life. Like I've not done this since I'm like 12 and like 13. I was never like from 15 to 20. Like it was like drugs and stuff, drugs, gangs, violence, people getting shot, stabbed, and all that. So from for a good like 6 years, like I crammed so much in 6 years that it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's such so.
I've crammed in what people would have gone through in a lifetime.
In a lifetime, it's ridiculous. Yeah. It's just one after the other.
Yeah, I'm just the innocent gamer that just sits in his bedroom all day.
But mate, that's a good thing. Like that's what I want to do now. I don't want to
stay away from drama.
Yeah, just it's such a weird thing. Like from like, because I can always remember this. If we're getting into it, like this conspiracy theory that someone always brought up that like these people will know it. Like high end officials in government and stuff would be like worshipping the devil and stuff.
Yeah, I've heard of stuff like that.
And it's obviously you're never gonna know because they're probably like too. Because people who like let's get this like on the table, right? People who think they can just go join a cult, you can't. It's not a thing. It's not. You just don't happen. Don't happen. Especially
don't find it in a newspaper ad.
Yeah, especially like satanic ones and certain ones. It's not a thing. Like some people to this day are like, I don't believe in secret societies, right? And I get what they mean by that, right? But
yeah,
I'm sorry, but secret society exists. Like,
of course they do.
Like the things I've done, and the cults I've seen, and been like a part with, and then been introduced into not into, but been introduced to people, other ones. Like you wouldn't know they exist. I know like 13 people from where I live now, and where I used to live, like in between. That I can't even say I can't even say that shit. That do certain jobs and people see them on a daily. You wouldn't know. You have no idea.
No.
Like it's not a nice thing. So that's why I'm a bit wary on like conspiracy theories to be like oh well this like satanic worshipping and stuff, and you're just like, well, one, how do you know?
Yeah.
Because if they're secret, then you don't really know. Two, if that's the case, then trust me, the devil worshipping. It's not this like light thing. Like that's what it's full on. There's no like
half measures.
No, yeah. It's not a thing.
You make you sound like some Hot Fuzz kind of
weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I think people have got this idea of cults, especially like because we've seen people aren't seeing them on the news or something. The only cults you hear about, especially a recent one from Nixium. I can't remember if that's the name or something. So the actress from Smallville was a part of it, and they got done for human trafficking and certain things like that. So, other than that one,
yeah,
like all the rest of the cults that people hear about is because it's ended in mass suicide. That's the only.
Right. Yeah.
So people automatically go, "Oh, you're in a cult," and it's like they either go devil worship, or like something tragic. But obviously, that's not like a cult. Anything can be a cult with a set genre and set circumstances that's what it becomes. So it's I don't know, people just misjudge it, but people have a right to be like a bit freaked out by it because, well,
yeah, there's some kind of freaky stuff that's going off.
Yeah, it's not.
Especially from what you've just explained, it can be one hell of an eye opener.
Yeah,
especially for the innocent minders.
Yeah, especially if, like, you can't, like, if people want to get into like ghost hunting and stuff, go out, have at it. You know what I mean? It's still bad enough. Like, it's not like you can't be 100% safe, but the minute you start getting into like parapsychology and then start going down these weird routes, especially for someone who's logical, they have to try and explain everything. So that's how I started. Like, I wanted to know this one thing, and I couldn't just read about it. I was like, oh, I've got to go live it for a little bit, and then my life snowballed. Like, that was it.
Sometimes I'm just happy reading about things and hearing experiences from other people.
Yeah.
However, you never quite get the full thing without actually living it yourself, or at least trying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's some things you just don't want to do, like especially like I say with ghost hunting and paranormal investigating is bad enough. I had things follow me home. I had to ward my whole bedroom with like warding and like sigils and stuff just to keep the silly stuff from following me home, and it was like, so it's bad enough. Like, people think like it's not. It's weird. It's such a weird thing to have something follow you home. And we'll talk about this because a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people go, and you have no control what attaches itself to you. It just does. It follows you home, and unless you know the right thing, you fucked it. I've done this for a long time. I've seen some freaky stuff, but you don't ever expect it. Like, so I've got glass panels above my doors.
Right. Yeah.
And like, I've seen faces. I've seen a face in it, but it's like 7 foot, 8 foot tall. So there's no way someone's up there. Like, it's a weird freaking.
Yeah, I think that'd have me on edge a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit easier for me because I got sleep insomnia, because I was stuff from sleep insomnia. I didn't know if I was hallucinating. I could have been hallucinating. I'd not slept for like, well, I think I'd had like an hour and 30 minutes sleep in like 5 days or something. So I was full on like.
I was gonna say, I don't know how you're functioning at that point.
I was definitely hallucinating some things, like, but some things you just can't help. It's such like people. You know what people do? They've missed like. We had this conversation. I don't know why. It's because I've been talking to her for so long, and so with Madeline about it, because someone she knows, like, after a certain event happened, like two people meeting, some idiotic person, I don't want to put names into it, or she'll be alright with her name, obviously, you still don't know who she is and anything, but
I know.
She some idiotic person decided to sage a house, right?
Okay.
Because they've thought, oh, I'll sage the house because it's what you do for like it's good for cleansing like negative space, like energy around you.
Yeah.
Right, but it's the way you use it. It's used for so much more things than that, and you can't just go around saging your house to get rid of spirits because they're not going to like it. It's just not a thing. You can't just do it. You can't just like, I said it all the time. You can't like encounter like, let's just say a demon because it's the worst thing, and start swinging a crucifix about. You're just going to piss it off. You're not going to it's not going to run away from you. You're just going to piss it off. And I said like, and that's the thing that people don't understand with like messing with the unknown. There's so much things tied to like Wiccan and the like witchcraft that obviously coincide with paranormal and stuff is like it's weird. It's a weird thing. I've even got a candle here. I'll even show you this candle.
Yeah.
Weird candle.
With sigils on.
Yeah, that I did ages ago because I used to do. So I used to draw on candles for like. If someone was like astral projecting or something, so I'd light a candle so they could find the way back. It was a weird thing. But then we started using them for summoning stuff and shit, so... And that's the last one. I don't know why I've still got it, but... It's the last one that... Because my sister brought some things around that I had in storage and stuff, so it was the last one I pulled out. But I just like... I don't know. I just think...
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird... I say weird. The unknown's always strange and weird. But trying to get your head around it being logical and, well, for me anyway, it's mind-blowing. Because you've got to see it to believe it. I've got... my sister's got a friend who says he's a medium, but I've not actually... I don't know what he can actually do. And whether he's an actual... He does shows and things, but it's like... Really? Are you just good at reading people, or is it you can actually talk to spirits?
To spirits.
Yeah.
But it's kind of awkward because because obviously you're trying to hope that your sister's not been drinking Kool-Aid as well and been like drawn into this nonsensical fucking man's mission to just chat shit and just literally just lie to everyone. But you never, I don't know. It's one thing you're never gonna know until you should just. I don't even know. You should just let him read you. You should just talk to him one day and be like, right, sit him down, and just be like.
Well, yeah, because I've only met him once. He's had a skinful of alcohol, so.
No.
I mean,
that might say it all.
Yeah.
No.
He's. Like I say, he does shows. Let's see if I can find something.
Are they like big shows? Are they like popular?
No. Well, I say no. It might be popular, but it's not. I've never heard of him, but I've not really looked for him.
Not really, yeah.
I don't really want to kind of... I can't really say his name because of the type of job that he does anyway, and
people
job my sister do.
People will go hate on him as well. Like the minute, like
I'm looking at his Facebook page now. I think it is. Well, let me just double check to make sure it is his.
Not some strangers.
Yeah, no, it's definitely his, but he. Under his thing, he's seen as an astrologist and a psychic.
Astrologist. See,
yeah,
it's not. Obviously, so he knows things about the stars. Then, so I presume he believes in like star signs and stuff. If that's the.
Quite possibly. Like I say, I've not really looked much into it until we've just mentioned it now. So.
But he needs to take psychic off. Man's not psychic. You're not psychic, bro. It's not a thing. Like, the psychics don't exist.
Oh no. Yeah.
Your job, like as a psychic, your job's to tell the future. So if there were psychics really existing, like as many as people say there are, like the world would be a bit better place. People would like know what the fuck's about to happen and stuff. So.
Yeah. Right. Let's read this bio. Very talented local medium. Clairvoyant, popular and known for his accuracy with dates and full names. Andrew gives. Oh dear.
Well, it's out there now. It's out there. I'm not going to say his name.
Sake. Other side, bringing peace, reassurance, and closure to people. Fuck's sake! This is what happens when my mind just focuses on one thing and then it just.
Do you think? Let's start asking. So, do you think it'd bring closure to you You know, if like you'd lost someone or something, do you think it'd bring closure to you, some random person? Just
To me, probably not, because, like I say, my emotions are somewhat disappeared. So are not there because, uh, well, I lack most emotions. Anger's not one of them,
yeah. Well.
though. but but I've heard other people it has brought closure to.
Yeah, I'm not.
So
I don't.
it's
I don't see it. I don't like. I can't. I can't see why it'd bring closure to you. Something like. I just think it's people. People long to know. You know what? I think deep down it's people wanting to know, especially people who like do like paranormal investigations and stuff. It's like my one fundamental goal is to know that there's life after death. So I think that might be a lot of people's reason for going to mediums and stuff is like they don't really want to know about their seventh uncle's 13th cousin who died. They just want to know that there might be something after they die or something because it's I just don't. Yeah, it's not really a thing that like what is closure like how can someone else give you closure like
yeah.
it's
For
your
me, no one can give me closure except myself. You've got to
yeah
work through it yourself. Well, in my mind, you can. Well, for me, I've got to work through it myself. I can't get closure from someone else.
yeah well me I've seen it in like in some paranormal investigations where I've been to and it's like the people haunting the homes is like family members and people are like oh well you must have brought them like some sort of closure knowing that it's a family member. No, it ruined them because their family member's been tormenting them for like 6 years. No, like where's the closure in like no it's
No,
not a thing but it's
that would not be closure at all. If my mum's always turned around to me and says, "If you carry on behaving like that when I was younger, I'll come back and haunt you."
yeah exactly
And it's
my
like,
mum's the same. She's like oh when I die, like cremate me, put me on my shelf with a bell, and every time you do something stupid or irresponsible, I'm gonna ring the bell. It's like,
"No, thank you."
yeah, I said to her, I was like, my mum said that, I was like, well, the first time you do that, I'm gonna treat your ashes away. Then what? What now? What? Like,
Yeah,
it's such. I'm done, mate. Like, you know what? I'm so done with the paranormal side of life right now. I need a break from it. I'm exhausted in
well,
like
it's
just
like you say, it can be draining. Everything can be draining on it. 'Cause it's energy based as well.
yeah, I want something like more. Nah, especially like I've done ghosts. Like I want to go hardcore because I've done demonology quite a bit. I want to go into like demons and stuff, but that's just way too dangerous. And then I'm interested like I might transition from like ghosts for a little bit into shadow people and see what we can say, see what we can find out, and just because it's a bit more
That,
interesting.
that's gonna be a bit freaky. I know. I was uh, definitely wary after being paralysed in bed with my eyes wide open, seeing some kind of figure stood at the side of my bed.
Yeah, obviously I want to see it. I want to be but I don't even know. I'm new to it, so I've got loads of ideas floating around my head. I've got a few
I'm,
people who were willing to. I don't want to. I was going to say test subjects, but that sounds so harsh. But are willing to put themselves in that position of trying to figure out what was going off with it and stuff because
yeah,
they're weird.
it definitely gives you a really weird feeling. That's for sure.
Well, they're just weird in general. It's like they're just weird. Like why would like people have seen like all and it's not like for people who obviously people who've seen them you understand like that they don't come like people have seen them with hats on with weird like creatures like it's mind blowing. It's literally mind blowing when like
Mine's literally, well, from what I saw, it seems to be just literally, as you say, shadow people. So there's no real major detail on it. It was just fucking
yeah mate well
just weird.
I've had it once like the only time I've had it and like I wasn't even sleep paralysis is that I was falling through my bed like
Oh
through it
wow.
like, and I know this, and people like I do because I could feel like, and this is gonna sound so weird, but I presume other people might have felt it. Like when I was sinking through my bed, like obviously you can feel it coming up your face, but you're not really paying attention. But I could feel it go over my open eyes. Like I could feel. I don't. How do I put this into words? Like obviously because I have memory foam mattresses, I don't have springs because that'd be a bit weird. But I could feel like the foam inside my mattress going past my eyes, like screeching.
It's almost like when you stand up in water and then slowly submerge your head
yeah,
in
you
it.
could feel it, like, and it's like so. For me, like because it only happened once, like one occurrence, it never really stuck with me. It was never a big thing. I just found it weird. I was like, oh, woke up. I was like, well, I was technically awake, and I don't know, mine was just weird. So it was never something I wanted to look into. But then the more and more stories I hear about it, like shadow people this, shadow people that, and it's like you're in.
What are these shadow people? They've got shadow people. They've got a lot to answer for.
Yeah, like what are they doing here? What do they want with people? Like, do they do they mean harm? Do like, and I would say I can't talk about some of the conversations I've had with certain people, but some of them have been like really like, well, not all of them's been like really intimate, and when I say intimate I don't mean like on a, well, some have been on a sexual level, but I just mean like just intimate, like physical contact with them, and it's like is
How?
like, is it just in bedrooms? Is that like, does it like, how do they pick these people? What's cracking off with them? Are they fourth dimension based? Are they not? Are they something else? The alien? Are they demonic? Are they ghosts? Are they, what are they? But no one knows. Literally, no one fucking knows. You know, if you see a ghost, you wake up, even in sleep paralysis. Wake up, you see a white. If you said, "Oh, I had sleep paralysis," because it still happens. It's not just always shadow people. People are, "Oh, I had sleep paralysis," and I had this woman in like a medieval dress was looking at me. I'm like, "Oh, fucking ghost." You know what I mean? Ghost.
Yeah.
The minute someone goes, "Oh,
Never had
sleep paralysis," saw some weird dude, like weird shadow with a walking stick and a weird freaking top hat on, I'd be like, I have no idea what that is. Yeah. Like, because it's weird because we all know, especially people who sleep in the dark, like, how can something be darker than dark? If that makes sense, it makes no sense, does it?
No. Yeah, because I sleep in dark, and it's like, and I physically saw him.
Saw it.
Person stood
in the dark.
Fucking just thinking about it, it's making me fucking hair stand on end. On my legs. That's just weird.
Like when you dive deep into it, when you start picking it apart piece by piece, you start to understand that like how on earth am I seeing this figure when I'm already in a pitch black room, but it's darker than. I don't even know how to explain it. See what I'm saying? It's like, it's such a hard subject to even get anywhere on, except from.
Yeah.
We just need loads of people just to do some like one massive experiment of just craziness.
Oh, I'm trying to think of the TV show. There's a TV show where the shadow person actually looked exactly like, or similar to the one I saw, but I'd seen it way before. Do you know the TV show even came out? So it's not like my mind could have picked it up from there.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, and they're pretty similar. Obviously, everyone has different shadow people, like what they look like, but a lot of them are very like, I won't say they're the same shadow people, but they've got to be somewhat familiar to what the other ones look like. I'm just not. Yeah. I'm not game. I'm not afraid of anything. You want me to go? You know what I mean? You want me to go summon a demon? I'll do it. Reluctant, like, I'd do it, but stupidly I'd go do it. But you want me to try and hunt shadow people? That even sounds bizarre coming out of my mouth. Hunt shadow people.
Shadow hunters.
I wouldn't even know where to start. Wouldn't know where to start at all. Wouldn't like.
Why is that? Well, you don't know how they appear. They just appear.
That's what I might. You know what I might do?
Go on.
Did that just pop up on my screen. I'd probably get like podcasts going to come on. There's going to be Instagram messages popping up on podcast, just people popping up. But I might get some people on as well as us two who's actually been through some like crazy. If they want to come on and talk about it and stuff, because it's, I'll get some obviously paranormal people on. I don't really want to get, because my logical side and my side that pushes so hard to find out everything about somebody. I was about to say I might get some mediums on, but I don't think that will go well. It's not
no, probably
not.
We don't want to feel like we're berating them or belittling them or just barraging them with questions.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward like that type of stuff, isn't it? Because I think that's weird. It comes in of being like not having these types of conversations, because these types of conversations, like the minute you start having like a deep conversation, it does feel like you're getting attacked a little bit, but you're not. It's just you're so not used to just being open, like your defenses being down and being open about what's been going off and what's happening and stuff, and it's like it wouldn't end well having them on, because they're like fucking like defenses are up and they're like, oh, you're not a believer, you're just like no, it's not it, it's not.
We're trying to work out the way you think, the way you see things, and trying to understand it. That's all.
Yeah, and for us to do that, you have to ask the hard questions. It's not.
Yeah, I'm not too bad at asking the hard questions. They might find the hard questions too offensive or.
Yeah, well, I think this is it as well. Especially if like you start talking to people about it, it's like if you've I've been quite recently for like a few years now, so like 4 or 5 years, I've been pretty open with everything. Not really a person who like keeps anything in anymore. If someone asks me about something,
it's like I kind of struggle to lie, so I can't. You ask me any question, I will end up telling you the answer. Even if I try and deflect it for a little bit, I'll end up telling you the answer. It's
better that way. It's such a don't go being vague is a good thing. So people ask me certain questions. The minute you go, I'm an open book, just ask me whatever. People go straight to the most difficult questions, and you're just like, I might have to be a bit vague around this. I had to be a bit vague the other day, and I was trying, but you just can't. I'm too open. I was like right. So obviously I'll tell it now. So I was waiting on a woman, quite a rich woman, to ring me about her daughter. Because last time I met her, she's not nice. She's one of them, and obviously I won't say her name, and I don't really care if she's ever going to watch this or see this. But she's one of them bitter old women, like old rich women. Like she's not a nice person at all.
That kind of person.
Like you step on her grass wrong, she'll probably run out and hit you with a stick or something. Like proper. And she rang me once because her daughter went missing. And obviously she knew some people she knew the leader of the cult, blah blah blah, ties to that. And someone asked me the other day, and she was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just because I was pacing, I was on a video, I was pacing up and down, in this room." I was like,
"Yeah."
I was like, she was like, "What are you doing?" I was just like, "I'm waiting for a fucking phone call, and it's making me so anxious because I don't want to take it. I don't want to have this phone call, and I know what she's gonna ask me, and I've not seen her or spoke to her in 4 or 5 years." And I was just like, and then it was like, "Well, who is it?" And I was like, "Oh, here we go." I was like, trying to be vague because I didn't want to give any specific details, because it was like. But then she was like, "You're being so vague," and I was like, "Fuck." I was just like, so I just told her, I was like, "There you go, just have it." Like what can I do at this point? If you want to know, you want to know, but I can't control the outcome of how someone's going to react. And I was just like, yeah, that's why I'm waiting.
It's a case of you ask for it. If you didn't want to know, don't ask. I mean,
yeah, don't want to ask the mate. And a lot of people like a few like 2, 3 people have read some of my journals because to help them get through certain things, because they're like, oh well, what do you have? And instead of like, I'd rather have like a face-to-face conversation, but sometimes it takes too long. What they want to know is like, I wrote 1,000 pages of it in one journal, and you want me to tell it like how long we got, like 20 minutes before I have to catch a taxi home. It's like, you want me to explain 1,000 pages in 20 minutes? Like, it's not. So I'm just like, just read it, just take it with you, read it, make sure you bring it back, because I could not be asked to rewrite them again. And then you just hope, because like, it's not like, it's such a, I don't know, I don't like being vague, but then I don't like being open. But then people who are closed off always feel like they're being attacked when you're trying to be open with them, and it's just a long fucking process of just being like.
I found people tend to be a bit more open if you're actually open.
Yeah, but you can be too much open. There's a point where being too open.
I'm trying to find the happy medium.
Yeah.
I can do it just enough so other people start talking, but then you can ask these couple of questions that then they just don't shut up. They just keep talking and talking and talking.
Yeah,
you can find out so much. It's unbelievable.
It's so, but that so take that, like, because I tried to explain to someone, being like how my brain works and perceives stuff and things. So I was like, what would you do if you knew something about someone? Because everyone has their different variations of what friendship should be, what loyalty is, everyone has their different stand on it and variations. And like, it took me a while to see what I was doing, like, until she explained it to me, like the way that she saw it is like. So before, because I had to do certain things, like, so in the cult and stuff, I made a method of manipulation to keep people in. It was a weird thing. I'm pretty sure I did a YouTube video about it, so if you want to know that, go watch it, because it'll take too long for me to explain it now. But I took what I knew from like psychology and profile and body language, and I took it in, like, and I couldn't, because my brain's high functioning, it never shuts. That's probably one of the reasons why I don't sleep. Like, it never shuts off. So I'm sat there, and I'm like, I'm in this room full of, like, it started off like this is where I first started noticing this. Sat in like a room full of people who's about to go on a paranormal investigation, and I'm staring at everyone, like, and like they're lying to people. They're like everyone, you know, like I'm sat listening to someone who's having a phone call, and the way he's talking's wrong, and I was just like, in my head I was like, oh, this is crazy. So then I started, after that one instance, I started noticing it more. So it made me more aware. It made me a better paranormal investigator, because it made me more aware of certain things. But by God, did it! The amount of people I pissed off was like stupid amounts. Like, because I'd be like I'd be sat there, especially someone I know was like being cheated on, and I was like, oh, your husband's cheating on you, and she was like, how do you know? And then obviously I gave her a plethora of factual knowledge. I was like, because he's doing this, like, he's doing that, there's no more pictures being taken and posted, like, the frequency's gone down, so something's changed. I went through everything with her, and then obviously when he came home, I was there, and then instead of being like, oh, go home, like, she was just like, I'm just stood in the kitchen, and she's like, oh, were you cheating on me? And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like, I'm sat here, and then he's like, what are you talking about? And then I get off people, well, you know, obviously, because no one calls me by my full name, only people who, like, I respect and call me, like, Michael. So she's like, oh, Mike, come here, Mike. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't even want to be here. How uncomfortable is this? You just called your husband out for cheating. And then she's like, you're
pushing the blame onto you.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to ask some questions, and you tell me if he's lying. I'm just like, what have I done? Like, what have I done? And then,
what kind of worms have you opened?
Yeah, and then I'm interested, because she's losing the plot. So she's like, oh, were you doing this and this woman and stuff? And then I'm sat there just like, not saying anything. And then but then he starts to lie and get like certain defensive positions, like do certain things, and I'm just like, no, he's full of shit. Yeah, he's definitely cheated on you. I used to do this all the time, and then that's people with I knew, and I was like, oh. I'd want to know if someone was cheating on me and someone had like some sort of evidence. I'd want to know.
Yeah.
And then it went on from there to random people on the street. Random people.
I think if I learned that skill of, actually reading people, I'd end up being punched every day.
Oh, mate. It's stupid. It's one thing I'd like. If I could turn back time, I wouldn't do it. I'd not learn it because I just at this point I didn't give a fuck. I was in the worst place like ever. I was like depressed. Well, not depression, but I was like low. I had no emotions. I'd just come out of fucking cults and stuff, and I was just like walking up to random people. I was just like they'd pass me because I couldn't turn it off. I'd sit in like obviously where I'm from, Nottingham, in the square, like in the city centre, whatever you want to class it as. And I just like waiting to get. This was when I was waiting to get my tattoos done, and I was just staring at people, and I was just like biting my tongue to be like, he doesn't like you. That's that. That obviously it wasn't all bad. I was like, oh, but and then
yeah,
I'm like, I'm helping people, but then I speak to someone about it like a couple of weeks ago, and I was just like, oh no, I used to this thing where I used to tell people how they were feeling. And be like, and she was like, you do know you probably pissed a lot of people off. You probably made it worse. And I was like, nah, I can't have. No way. If that was me, I'd be like, oh, cheers, mate. I knew that. But she was like, no, you've definitely made people's lives worse. And then I was just like, and then I sat and I thought logic for a second. I was like, motherfucker, I probably have. I've literally probably just been like, I was right. I wasn't wrong. Like, I would never tell anybody like. Especially if it's going to affect their life to that standard, I wouldn't tell anybody anything wrong. I wouldn't just be like go in and make stuff up like, well, you did like. But I was always right, and it was just like. But then she was like, "Now you've made people's worse." She was like, "If you did that to me," she was like, "If you did that to me, I'd be really annoyed with you." I was just like, "Fuck, what have I done? Like, what have I done?"
I'd probably be annoyed at first, but then my brain would kick in and go, thanks. You've just opened my eyes to that.
Right, yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, I never got one thank you. Never. No, never.
I guess it depends how you do it as well. If you just out of the blue turn up and yeah,
you can't do it random. Yeah, but that's what I mean. I'd go, oh, you're getting cheated on, and then I'd get the blame for it. Be like, well, you ruined my life. It's like, I'm not the one cheating on you. I'm not the one screwing your fucking sister or something. That's your husband. Like, how's it mad? But they couldn't process it just because. And it's always
you just pointed out what was clearly there that they didn't pick up on.
Yeah, exactly. And people just don't like the truth. People hate the truth because like honesty just makes people like crazy. It's like, nah, you're not like because it's the truth.
Oh, I like honesty.
Yeah, but
even if it hurts,
it's always smack bang in your face as well. Like the truth's always like fucking here. It's never.
Yeah.
It's never like so hard to find, but you want to ignore it, and it's just. It's such a weird thing. Like especially. I can remember being on this. It was my third investigation that I'd ever been on. And oh my god, I was just like, I'd sit and listen to a couple argue of what was true and what was not about paranormal, and there's like the truth bit of it, and like she'd just been like, and it's even on camera, so she just got like pushed up against a wall.
Yeah.
And then she's trying to explain it, like, because obviously the last podcast that we spoke about is like it's a weird thing when something that you can't see touches you.
Yeah.
So she's trying to process it. Her husband's like, oh, like, to us lot, which one are you, swear word after swear word, dickheads or whatever, like, pushed my wife against this wall, and I was just like, no one. Like, we're in, like, the opposite fucking room. Like, yeah. I'm sorry, am I Stretch Armstrong? Am I just, like, reaching into the ether and being like, no, I'm not, am I? I'm freaking... Like we're in some separate room, but that's his, like the truth. Like he couldn't grasp it. He wasn't processing it.
Yeah.
And then they started to argue, and then he was like, "Are you sure you got pushed?" Blah blah. And she's like, "Yeah, I got pushed up against this wall." And it's fascinating to just, especially to see something that's unknown, be just like so. like you're arguing for no like doesn't matter. You got pushed. Doesn't really matter why you arguing about it. It's such a like people don't like.
It was interesting to watch though.
Oh yeah, it was me. It was that we replayed it about 20 times on camera. Like her getting pushed. No, obviously it wasn't the funny thing about her getting pushed, but just all the events after it was just like, this is like mind blowing. People just don't.
Just seeing the behaviour and everything like that.
Don't like the
sounds
truth.
Like it'd be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's such a weird like.
People's behaviour has always baffled me. It really has. Just from the things you do, day-to-day life, to then, like you say, arguments or just extreme behaviour.
Yeah.
I think that just stems from my brother. The way he behaves, it's a bit odd. I say odd.
Erratic.
Yes. Yeah. That's the one.
It's normally the case.
All over the place.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, no, not a. Yeah, I saw plenty of that going in. Like, I can remember. I'm just fucking. I'm gonna start dropping names. So, we call obviously there was. Sarah and Shannon from the cult that we were in would always do that. They were so erratic and so. They were so far into the belief that they were so brainwashed into whatever common goal the leader had, which was like false. They were just fucking useless. And they'd do the same thing. They'd go into town and stuff, or go like into the next village in like weird clothing, like some like white like. Not wedding gowns, but like christening gowns and stuff. They used to walk around and act so. They used to act like they were crazy, but they weren't. They were just. It was so erratic, and it was like, bro, this like what is happening? Like this needs to stop. Otherwise, people are gonna start being like, oh, where are you two come from? In your, like, have you just come from church? No. Like, and then like they'll point or something to the fucking forest, and you're just like, "What are you doing? What? You can't do that. You can't just be like, oh, from over there. Like, it's not a."
Yeah, brother wasn't that kind of erratic, but he definitely was erratic.
It's such a weird. I can't do erratic. I'm too. I was about to say I'm too zen, but I'm not even fucking zen at this point. But everything's too like organised and stuff. But like, I don't know.
I'm definitely laid back. That's for sure.
Mate, I'm telling you, we should get everyone on a ghost hunt. I'm going to organise it. I'm going to organise everyone meeting up and getting on and then like we'll have a like crazy night of investigating.
Okay, I'm going to be getting an adult nappy ready then.
Like. Because I want to, like, because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'll come. I don't think a few people might not show up who I ask are going to be like a bit hesitant to come and do it. Because it's weird. Your first time's always weird. Like, such an unusual.
I'll end up being freaked out, that's for sure.
Yeah. Because people are going to presume I'm going to be like normal, like what they see on telly. Nah, we're going to do some right unusual stuff that's just going to be absolute crackers, and just why not do it.
You'll need to forever keep poking me, because if it's late at night, that's it, I'll be fucking falling asleep.
Oh, trust me, in
times.
Nah, mate, in a like when like America, in abandoned like mental asylum, like
no sleep is gonna be gone.
Nah, that's not at like that's like some next like. You don't even know what, like, especially if you're in the tunnels of certain places, you don't know, you can't see what daylight is, so you're just like, what time is it? Then you're into day 2, day 3. That's like, it's something, I don't know, it's something that I keep asking people, but I don't think, like, they want to do it and stuff. It's the only one person I know is for certain who will do it with me is Madeline. when obviously when I go to Atlanta for a bit, I'll probably obviously I know a few places over there. I'll probably book some out or some, but she's probably the only one who's 100% certain that that's what we're gonna do, and it's just like, yeah.
Yes.
And she's had she's had issues with shadow people, so she's got more hesitation to come with me than any other person on the planet, like who's like never seen a ghost before, but they were like.
Well, I've never seen a ghost.
You've never seen one at all.
Don't think so.
Whole life.
But I've got memory loss, so I may have seen like loads, and it's just not registered.
Yeah. See, I'm the same. Obviously I've seen a few. My earliest recollection of before obviously getting a brick chucked to my head and like losing all my memory. My brother used to do this weird thing, and I'm sorry, bro, but if you're listening or watching it, I'm calling you out because you used to be a fucking dick about it. So when we were younger, he used to. I don't know if he sleepwalked or what, but he used to walk into the bedroom, open the door, walk into a bedroom, open the window, like upstairs window, and you'd be sleeping, and he used to scream out the window. Like, he used to shout, like, just stupid things. Like, he used to shout my sister's name. Like, he used to do some mad stuff. And I was just like, mate, like, what are you doing? And then I can remember this one time where I heard like, the window open and close. And this like, freaked me out. This is probably one of the few things that freaked me out the most. Because I was awake, which sounds so stupid. And I was just like, so I'm hearing like tap 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 on a window, and I'm like, is he open? Like, I sit up, and I'm like, is he fucking opening that window again? And I sit up, and there's no one there, and I'm just like, is it raining? Like, is it snowing, hailing? So I go back. I go and lie back down, and it's like tap 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 tap. I'm just like, what the fuck is that? So I fucking. It's one of the things I'll never do it now. So I'll even on this window here. So people open curtains. It's probably gonna give me chills doing this now. So anybody who's watching, people open curtains like this, like that, right? But like I don't do that anymore. I'm like one at a time.
That's what I normally do, one at a time. I never open them. Do you know, like you say?
People do it, boom. And obviously I've got a net curtain up, but back then I didn't have a net curtain. It was just backed onto like fields and gardens and stuff. Like, tap tap. I was like, you know when you get dead pissed off? I was like, what the fuck? Boom! Open the curtains, and there was like loads of little white dots all over my window, and I was like, what the fuck is that? So I opened the window, I'm rubbing this because I'm like, someone had been chucking shit in my window. So I'm like, rubbing this thing. Nope.
Yeah.
It's not even coming off. It stays like in between the panes of glass. And I'm like, what the hell? And I was just like, boom. And then I hear this like, I did like if someone set off like a smoke grenade, so they pop it and it's like, shh. I was like, this is crazy, man. I turn around. And that's probably like the first ghost I can probably recollect. I see, or spirit was just there. I could like just some old dude with like some like pointy beard. It was like a real weird point of just, and I couldn't see his feet. I could like because it was like a weird mist, and then I like imagine like a genie coming out of a bottle. Like, you know what? Like it was like that, but then it went into like a full apparition, and I was just like tripping out. And I was like, I'm sleeping. I must be dreaming. Nope. As fast as it came, it disappeared, and I was stood exactly where I was. Like I was perfect away. Turned around to look at my window. Did the same thing again. Like, whoosh. Nope, nothing there. Perfectly clear. And I was just like, not a chance in hell is that like. So it freaks me out. So if anyone asks or if anyone knows me, and I start opening curtains weird, like slow, that's the reason why. Like, it freaks me out. It's not can't do it.
Yeah. No, like I said, don't think I've come across any ghosts or spirits or whatever, but I might have done and just don't remember it.
Yeah, it's sometimes.
Sometimes. The downside to memory loss, you don't remember because it's short-term memory loss as well. So what I see straight away can sometimes not even register at all.
No, yeah, especially and sometimes, mate, sometimes you see ghosts and it's not even like. I can remember being in my kitchen, like the one where it is now, and I was sat there making myself a tea, just like this is like 2 o'clock in the morning, as you do, because we're gamers. We're always you're not. You're probably fast asleep, but because I game a lot and stream and do weird shit, I'm always up. And I was like, made myself a tea, and I was looking out my kitchen window, and then like something went past it fast, like this bright white thing was like, boom.
I always see black things move out corner of my eyes.
Oh, we'll get into that in a minute.
Things like that.
Get into that in a minute. Like, and I was like, and the minute it passed, boom, like my body froze. Come on, I've done how many investigations? I've freaking been a part of an exorcism.
That goes racing.
No, it wasn't even that. Like my body, I was like, what is like? I was petrified. Obviously that's where the word petrified comes through because you freeze. I was like, what? That's my body. So it was like sleep paralysis, standing up. In my mind, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, move. Like, you've been part of an exorcism. You've been in a cult. You've been like, and I couldn't move. I was literally, and then I got shivers. I was like, it's just like it was just a lie. It wasn't even like my brain didn't even process it as a ghost, but it freaked me out to the point I was like, boom. Like, and then what didn't help is like my sister's small. She's like 5'4", 5'5", and I was literally stood like, imagine cup. I've got a spare cup on me because I was drinking tea earlier. Like, I was like, spoon, and then it like went past the window, and then my brain didn't recognise it. Like, didn't process it. I took the spoon out, and I was like, this, for like a minute, and I was like. And then I hear, what the fuck are you doing? And then it sent shivers up my spine again. And I couldn't move. I was like, it freaked me out again. And I turned around and I was like, you just freaked me the fuck out. I was like, I'm pretty sure something just moved past this window and freaked me. But that's what you got to be careful with. Like that whole thing of sometimes, like, you see, like, no matter how many investigations you've done, how much crazy stuff you've seen, a light freaked me out so much that someone could have come up and literally like robbed everything out of my house if they were fast enough, and I'd still been stood there like fucking like this, looking out a window. Like, it's not
just kind of walking past, just waving in front of you. Anyone there?
And then I got the courage to go outside, and I knew there was nothing there, and I can't explain what I saw, but it was nothing. Yeah. It was just a light. It was a stupid light that just.
I always have that throughout the, but mine's more through the day, and it seems to be just black that seems to run by or go by, or I see out corner of my eye, and it's like, okay, what's that?
Yeah, that's more sinister.
It might not even be anything, but it's always throughout the day, and it's always black. Don't know why, don't know what it is, but
as long as it doesn't bother you, that's like a lot of people see. Like I used to see black shadows in my and like at the corner of my eye moving. So I'll be sat there and like something will pass my light, like, and block it out fully, and then. But I'm not looking at it because this is the thing with spirits and like the paranormal stuff. You'd never. It's so hard to look at stuff. They don't want to be seen, so you try and look at something, it just moves. It just never wants to be. That's why people always find it creepy, because it's like the lurkers. It's like they're being creepy on purpose because they're like creeping on you, like especially when you see a video of some like pitch black room and then you just see this little shadow thing like look around the door. Like, why are you being creepy? Like, why? Like, so that's why it creeps you out, because that's like you're being creepy. So now I need to be creepy to counteract the creepiness of both of us, and it's just like it's so.
Just go, you're fucking looking at me door now.
It's such a daft thing. Like to like, especially like if I presume you've never done scrying before.
No.
Yeah, so
never heard of it.
Creepy as like a lot of people never look in mirrors. Like, you know, when you're getting ready and stuff, you are looking in a mirror, but you never look.
Right, yeah.
I don't even know if did we talk about this last podcast? I can't even remember.
No.
So I've spoken to Madeline quite a lot about it, but so you look into a mirror. So you go into a room, get some candle, turn the lights off, get candle light to like 2 maybe, and literally stare at yourself in a mirror. And people are like, oh yeah, but I look at myself in a mirror all the time. No, you don't. Not even like close. Like when you're doing your makeup, you're not staring directly into your own eyes. You're doing like.
Oh, I've done that. It's freaky.
Your eyes are everywhere. Right, exactly. So that's what scrying is. So you stick a mirror down. Either a clear mirror.
Covering my bedroom mirror up soon.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Either a clear mirror or you can use a black mirror as well. So Bela Lugosi, like he was into the paranormal and stuff back in the day. So he used to do it in a black mirror.
Right.
But yeah, you just stare at yourself and like you start to see your face change and your face change into other things and like things walk behind you and like touch you and like it's a weird thing. It's like I've only got 2 mirrors in my house. 2. That no more.
Got one. My mum loves mirrors.
Nope.
I've got about 7.
No, can't do it.
And I've got one in my room.
Mate, it's bad. Like, mate, the minute if I said like, I always tell people as well, I'm like, go look in your mirror, and they're like, why? And then it's like, just go look in your mirror. Like, turn the lights off, or like leave a bit of light in, and go stare at yourself in the mirror, and see if you freak yourself out. Like,
I scared myself shitless once in a mirror. I always just obviously I got up at night, as you do, and then I was stood there. I saw my own shadow, and then something else moved behind me.
Nope.
I don't know. And I've never had a mirror in my room since until this year. I've put one back in again.
Yeah, mate, it changes you. It literally. I've done scrying. Obviously, I've done scrying quite a lot now. First time I did it. First time, like nothing like crazy happened. Like no, I didn't see anything. I didn't morph into anything. But it freaked me out looking at myself for that long. Because like I did it for like. I think I did it for like 13 minutes where I just stared at myself in this isolation room, and it freaked me out so bad. Because I tell you what I ended up. I'm gonna do it in camera now. It's gonna freak me out doing it in camera. So I'm sat here in this room, like pretty much. It's probably darker than that, but it's just candlelight. Sat there, and like nothing's happening. Wasn't really a crazy location. I'm sat here staring at it, like, and then timer goes off, beep 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 for like 13 minutes, and my mind is like thinking of 1,000 possibilities, and the one thing that freaked me out the most is like someone would be like, why aren't you moving? I was like, because I didn't want to move, and like me not move in the mirror, like I didn't want to move and that stay where it was freaking me out so bad. And that's why I've got no mirrors in my house. I've got 2, because I walk past it, or I like out the corner of my eye catch myself, and then I'd go back to that thought of like, or
are you just doing a different action to what you're doing?
Yeah, like that's what like catch it. I'm like, and then I do this thing, like it's like where I test it, and it's like, no, it's all good, we're good, but no, never again.
I'd hate it in one of those mirror mazes.
Oh, no, freak me out. No, not happening. Can't do it.
Not a chance.
Some things just do it for you. Some things in the paranormal, some like methods that you learn, some things that you use just never again.
Either straight down the spine and it's never touch.
Yeah, it's not like. That's why I sleep with socks on.
Right.
Yeah, mate, because like stupid paranormal investigation where I'm laying on a bed and something touched my foot. I was like, no, sleeping with socks on now. Like some things you change you, and you just like you sit there and you're like, I don't even want to like
entertain the idea of it happening again.
Not again. So like, I'm just some things that freak you out, just like crazy. Like I'm not a fan of. What else am I not a fan of? Sitting with my back towards an open door freaks me out as well.
Definitely not.
Anything to do with water and like the for paranormal because I've had a weird spirit pop out of some water and look at me, which.
Yeah, that'd be rather creepy. I've just got an image of it now, and it's just not pleasant whatsoever.
That freaked me out to the point of not wanting to go near water. But yeah, a lot of it's weird. But the scrying thing's just like, it's so fun to do, but it's such a weird. I don't think like seeing your face change into someone else's face is freaky.
Just things moving that don't normally move. It's just freaky.
Yeah, and to make the experience more, like you'll either have a headset on like noise cancelling, so you can't hear anything around you, or you'll have noise cancelling but being pumped in with white noise. So now you're hearing some sort of like, obviously like EVP. Well, it's same as like Spirit Box pumps white noise, goes through white noise and radio frequencies till you start hearing voices. So now you've got the added benefit is you can't like. You're sat looking in a mirror, but you're that engaged that you see, like, you feel like that on your shoulder, but you can't hear anything, and now you're just freaking out even more.
You mentioning that white noise, there's been several times, do you know, where I've had headphones on, even just playing on Xbox, and I've heard shouting, and it's not being outside. I've always thought it's my mum, and I was like, Mum, have you shouted at me? And she's like, no. And it's like, okay, where the fuck did that come from?
Mate, I've done it with movies. I've been sat here with my headset on, like, and the minute you start getting it, like, in tune to EVPs and stuff, like, I sat there, I was like, movie, and then something crazy had happened. Like, I hear a word, and I'd be like, and in my brain I was just like, and then because it's so out of rhythm to movie or TV show I'm watching, I'm like,
who did that?
like,
yeah.
And then I'll go out and I'll say to someone, I'll go, someone shout my name, and everyone's like, no. And then I'll come back in, I'll rewind the fucking movie. I'll be like, it's not there. There's nothing there. It's just normal. I'm just like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah. It's like, what on earth was that?
Like,
where did it come from? Who was it?
Yeah,
I get it from just listening to normal music. You know, whether it's on the bus or wherever, it just happens.
Yeah, that's like a sign you're going crazy. No, it's not really.
Don't say that.
That's what my therapist said to me. She was like, because I was like, I hear these voices all the time. Like, I'm just sat there. I think unconsciously because I've gone through loads of EVPs. Unconsciously, I'm like just registering like other noise, and she's just like taking the piss out of me because obviously I have a good relationship with my therapist, like really good loyal one, and she was like, no, it's fine, you're going crazy. And I was like, you're a dickhead. Like in a split second I thought she was being serious. I was just like, but it happens. Sometimes you hear disembodied voices. Like I've heard something whisper in my ear where I can feel its tongue like nearly touching me, like a little. Have you ever seen like the cartoon version of Robin Hood where he's a fox?
Yes.
You know the snake, that tongue, that's what it felt like, and I was like, and then I played the EVP back, and there's nothing on it. It's perfectly silent. So sometimes like you hear it like audible to. It's freaky as fuck.
Plus, for some reason, I've got really rather sensitive hearing as well.
Yeah, you should just do.
So,
for the next podcast, I might do a live EVP session in my bedroom.
Go for it. We could try it.
That'd be kind of. I don't want to hear anything. I hear it. I'm moving. The minute I hear something on the EVP, I'm moving. I'm selling the fucking house and I'm moving. We're dipping. I'm going somewhere else.
Just buy a new house.
I'm not doing it. I don't mind it not like being in other locations, but not where I sleep, because then
you'll never be able to sleep again.
Well, I'm afraid I might dive headfirst into it and be like, right, let's get. So next time you see me on a podcast, I'll have like fucking 7 cameras set up everywhere, like freaking. I just
Sometimes you just want to stay away from the place you try to relax.
Especially not, and you're not being like, because that freaked me out, especially because you never know what's gonna happen. If it's like a mumble or something, I'll be like, oh, it's just, I can't even tell what it's saying. But if it's something like a class, what class is a class A, so you can understand word for word, and it's more than one syllable. If it's like a full sentence, I'm done. No, GG. I'm out. I'm gone. I'll go live in a box for a week until
yeah.
shit's calmed down. I can't, like, no way am I doing, like, so I'm so tempted to do it. I'm so tempted to just whip out an EVP session. And
then we probably won't hear from you for the next week or something.
Yeah, there won't be another podcast until I've you'll like the next YouTube video will be me in full like investigation gear, like doing an investigation of my house, being like, right, what the fuck's in it? But I don't think there is. I don't really think I think everything I've seen in this house is residual from the silly stuff I've done in my past. So I think that's what it is. I don't think anything stays or anything. So
yeah,
it's not. It's kind of weird, right? It's not a thing.
No, yeah, it's definitely strange. Just experiencing some of these things.
Yeah.
It's like that mirror one you mentioned. I've done it without even knowing what the hell it is. I don't know. I just did it. Yeah.
I love telling people. I love it. It's the most basic thing that freaks people out. I'm like, it's like, you ever done scrying? You ever done scrying? No. What's that? Go look in a mirror. Go stare at yourself in a mirror. Nope. Like, people don't even entertain it. People don't go, oh, go on then. They're just like, nope, not doing it. Because the minute you associate with paranormal, it's like, oh, it's a paranormal tool. People are like, nope, don't want to do it. Don't want to do. Like.
Yeah. I've done it and yeah, it's very freaky.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not something I'd do in a hurry again.
No, it's especially
since I've just put a mirror in my bedroom now.
Oh yeah, you're like you're gonna be freaking out. You're gonna be like,
give me a curtain, I'll screw it to the mirror.
Yeah, like that's like crazy. That's why I especially from last night. So last night I made an exception. So like I fell asleep on camera, obviously not on stream camera, but on FaceTime with someone. I never do it because I always freak out because I'm like. Don't like, do you know these people who do like these sleep streams? Like, I don't know if you've seen them on Twitch. They like do sleep streams. Yeah, so they like stream and then like they'll fall asleep and stuff. And I'm like, imagine watching yourself sleep. Imagine going back through your VOD and shit and like watching yourself sleep. Like, it freaks me out. I don't want to like.
There's only the first time I heard of something like that was Andy Warhol doing it for like an art kind of.
Oh yeah.
Thing, and it's just that.
Could you
why
imagine
would you want to film yourself sleeping?
I'm not. I wouldn't mind watching myself, but from the field I come in.
Well, like, to be fair, I say that I've already been filmed sleeping.
There you go. Yeah.
Medical.
For medical, yeah, same here.
Yeah.
So I've been.
I like electrodes to me head and everything.
Yeah. So I've done I did a sleep study. So.
Oh no, mine was something else.
So I had to watch, obviously, because I had nightmares. Like, so that was something else, like brainwaves and shit. But I can't do it. Like, I can't do it because of the field I'm in. Like, I've got this thing of I'm gonna fall asleep and then I'm gonna watch myself the next day on camera, and some freaky stuff's gonna happen. Something like I'm gonna see a sock levitate or something move my covers, or
yeah.
And especially in your own home as well. No. So yesterday was like lucky for.
It's like you want to be naive in your own home.
Yeah, you want to be safe. You want to be like that, but you're just not. You're not. The minute the paranormal world kicks in, nope, nothing's safe. Nothing like. I know people who's gone to this like lengths to putting like salt in front of the doors and like weird. You want to class it as superstitions or something, like just daft stuff, but. Yeah, I don't like. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do a live EVP session, and then regret it.
Well, you'll regret it more than I will.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, but why not? Why not do it? Right. Like, I don't even. Off of this podcast, we've not even spoke about the paranormal. Well, we have, but we've just rambled on about regular stuff.
Other stuff.
It's all good though. So it all entwines. Everything entwines to the paranormal, whether it's from mediums to cults to witchcraft to everything. Because to be honest with you, I'd love to talk about investigations I've done, but everyone's on fucking lockdown, so no one's done any. Not been out. No. Like there's not. I look online. I'm like, stories of investigations, like people who's writing stories about it and stuff. No one's been on one. No, like I even go to the page where like. So people in England, in Pontefract, England, know about 30 East Drive.
Well, that's not far away from me, Pontefract.
Yeah, so there's a house called 30 East Drive. It inspired the Conjuring 2 film.
Oh, right.
Like, some freaky shit. Like, I've been twice. Nope. Not like... So, I've looked at, like, that, doing that again, but everything's cancelled. Everything's just, like, cancel. So,
yeah.
I'd love to talk about it. I'd love to show footage of investigations and evidence I've captured and stuff, but... One, I've not got the hard drive because it's with all the rest of the investigators. And two, I've not left my ass in 4 months. No, not really. I've left my house, but I've not been out to get anywhere because it's stuff. So
everything's closed and locked, and yeah, it's a bit of a.
I might just, mate. Fuck it. I'm just gonna one day I want to pick up a camera, pick up one of my IR cameras, and I'm just gonna go into a random bit of woods. I'm just gonna walk in some woods. Try not to get murdered by some weird stuff, and do an investigation, and then pop it out. Because that's all I was wanted to do. I tried to figure out. I wanted to do a live investigation. We spoke about it with some other people I'd do investigations with, or were part of the field, being like doing a live event. I'm just like live streaming it on Twitch, but like people are like, yeah, just do it. Like it'd be so good. Like I've had a load of people go, oh, just yeah. I'm like, it's not that simple. Like, you really think a freaking 1864 fucking house has got internet? No. Like.
No, and I was going to say, using mobile data would be a real pain in the ass.
Like, I'd have to buy a data bank and, like, spend a shit ton on, like, data and store it onto it and then just burn through it. Which is so pointless when we have the internet. That's what pissed me off today. With the internet going down, I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to buy unlimited data on my phone. Because the internet went down, and it's like, but you can't, like, I wanted to do live, but at the minute it's a bit difficult trying to keep a stable connection. Trying to link up, well, there's normally, like, between 4 and 6 of us. Trying to link up 6 cameras on a page, that's not for, like, I need someone on, like, I need to pay someone for tech to just come in and just sit. That's your job. Your job is to sit there and make that sure that functions. That's it. That's your sole job. Like, how boring would that be? Like, so.
Well, just getting keeping the cameras rolling.
Yeah, just keep it just keeping them running. But I don't know. It's not a. Yeah, we'll do it. Fuck it. We'll do an EVP session. When do you want to do next podcast anyway? I'll do a schedule tomorrow. I'll write a schedule up and then I'll pass it.
I'm usually free after any time after 3, usually. But I'll let you know otherwise if I'm not.
Well, I'm free whenever. I say that, but I think I was still up at about 9 o'clock this morning. So I'd not been to sleep. I was watching films with someone and doing some things that so I was still up at 9 o'clock, and then I was like, do I get some sleep? And then
yeah.
And then to be honest with you, I didn't think this was happening today. I was literally screwed.
Oh, I wasn't expecting it to happen.
I was looking out my window and being like, is this virgin dude who's coming to like the fucking technician or whatever you call him, coming to fix this fucking the internet in the area? And it was doing my head in. I was just like, because I'd left my PC on. Obviously, I got a PC symbol. I was like, oh, internet's come back on. And then I was speaking to someone. I was like, oh, I need to go do this podcast. And then she'll be like, oh, go do blah blah blah. And then I'd turn around to look at my PC and do it, and now I've got fucking no internet. And I'm like, motherfucker. So I call back and I'm like, don't matter, we're not doing this podcast. And then 20 minutes later, that's when I messaged you. I was like, oh, my internet's back. And then 2 minutes later, I turned around. I was like, no, it's fucking not. It's not. It's gone again. It's just fucking. It's fucked off.
Yeah.
Somewhere ridiculous. So.
Well, that's just our luck, though, isn't it? We want to start something new, and then it's something that we can't control just messes up.
It's kind of mad. I think I might. If you want to start, if you've got a YouTube channel,
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about doing a gaming podcast as well, because we've got quite a lot of gamers and stuff.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But it means I can't be asked to make another YouTube channel for it.
I can set one up.
That's what I'm saying. If you set one up and then just do a gaming podcast on yours, and then we'll just have podcast after podcast, because it'd be a bit weird in my YouTube being like hunting for a horn. It's like gaming podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I could create the YouTube thing because you've got faster internet when it actually works than I have.
Yeah. If you
I could give you the password and stuff.
Yeah. Well, if you want to do that, if you want to give me that, and then I can record it and stuff, and then just pump it on, because it literally that 2-hour podcast, took like 10 minutes upload. That's it.
10 minutes.
Yeah, that was it. It was done. It was like done.
That'll probably take about 2 hours to upload that.
Because Madeline was like, "Oh, just let me know when that podcast is up." I'm like, "It's already up." It was like it was done. It was like
it's up.
Yeah, she was like, "What?" I was like, the minute I stopped recording, I just put it straight into YouTube and shit. But because I want to do because at the minute we can do these and talk about weird stuff, because we can't really talk about weird stuff on. Like I'm saying, we have to pick and choose unless we're doing like a generalized podcast on just everything, which might be a bit chaotic.
Well, it would be for your page for the hunting for a haunt.
Well, yeah, just in general, it's a bit chaotic. Like you never know where to go and stuff, which is fine. But it's like some people would struggle to follow, whereas gaming's like. Well, at the minute, it's fucking non-existent because there's nothing art, but
yeah,
there's a lot of things that need talking about at the minute, because it's such a I'm waiting for the next MMO to come out, so I'm waiting for New World to come out by Amazon to pump that in. So
New World,
yeah, but it's for PC, so
have a look.
And I'm pretty sure Valorant's coming to console as well.
New World on Steam.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh wow.
So
I think that'd freak me out. It looks quite freaky.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of low. It's one of the things where you gotta have time. Because it's an MMO, you gotta have time to fucking put that grind in.
I could never do the grind that you do because, well, I'm usually in bed by 10.
Oh, no, that's fine. But I mean, grind is in, I know people, and I know a lot of people who have this issue with MMOs who don't play them, because they can't get into them. It's like people like, oh, I don't like World of Warcraft. Oh, I don't like MMOs in general. And it's like, well, when you first started playing, how long did you put into it? 2 hours? What,
No.
It's not a thing. You can't.
It doesn't work like that.
No, you got to put hours upon hours into it just to even get level 10.
Yeah.
But
hours, days, months, years.
It's playing with the right people as well. I enjoy, obviously, because I used to do a bit of LARPing. So for people who don't know, I used to LARP a little bit. So now everyone's going to probably take the piss out of me and watch this and go, oh, I used to run around a field and in weird guys. Yes, I did. That's what I did. But I was an hardcore MMO player, so I enjoyed the role playing side of it, and that's what people miss when they play it, is that role play aspect of getting into it, just being with a good group of friends.
Yeah.
So, but I think that stems from me from playing. You played D&D, tabletop.
Yeah, I've not played it, but I know the basics of it.
So that's where I came from. So that's where my MMO stemmed from, games like
right.
D&D and stuff. So I was obviously, because you have to be in full. You can't play Dungeons and Dragons tabletop, so board game, without being in full. You have to. It's a role playing game. You have to be.
Yeah.
You have to become your character. If anyone walked past you in your house or came into your house and there was 12 of you sat around a table. One of you's got some weird fucking hat on because you're a wizard, and someone's talking like an old hag or something. They're gonna be like, "What are you lot doing?" It's just out, get out. We're playing D&D, so it's that. That's always a good thing. But I think that's where it's done, because you lose other games you can't. So with games that you've had to grind. So with Destiny, certain games that like consist of a grind. You can never really get into it. You can never like. I think that's why a lot of people like MMOs. You know, because you can just lose yourself in it. That fantasy world of just not leaving your bedroom for 6 years because you played World of Warcraft non-stop and you didn't go to school or anything. Like,
yeah, I've never actually played World of Warcraft.
You're about to get shit ton of hate, probably, for saying that, but nah, it's alright. It's a lot of people.
Well, so be it.
A lot of people. I think it was that particular taste. Like, because I went from, obviously when we played it, it was vanilla. The people aren't going to know what that is, but the people who play World of Warcraft are going to know what it is. So we played obviously vanilla because it was brand new. But then I transitioned out of WoW, and then I went to like Guild Wars, and then I came back to WoW because you got to be careful with like World of Warcraft's had some shit expansions, like just useless, like just what the fuck is this? So I think I'm going back to Shadowlands when it comes out, possibly, maybe. I don't know. I said because obviously Madeline wants me to play Pantheon with her when it comes out, so that's. I'll explain it. People know who it is. But then she was like, "Oh, you should play World of Warcraft," and I was like, "I used to be addicted to it. I don't want that. Don't even want that like slight even chance of."
They've done that.
Don't want it again. That's why I'm so hesitant to play Shadowlands. I was just like, I don't want to. I was like, because like people don't understand like I'll sit like and grind that for like 2 days without sleeping. So you're gonna be left. That's why me and Tristan always find it hard to play with people, especially games you have to grind with. Because we'll sit like take Final Fantasy 15 for instance. Even though it wasn't multiplayer, but we played it.
Yeah. Oh, Borderlands.
Nah, Borderlands was fucking stupid. Don't even start on that game. But we did. I think it was like 35 hours straight on Final Fantasy without sleeping, and so we were far in. And so when it comes to games like grind, me and Tristan are always like so far ahead of each other. Especially, take Borderlands for instance. Tristan didn't play it like the new one. Useless, such a useless game. Wish I never bought it. Want my money back. But same thing as that. Just it was like, I was like, I'm gonna play it with this. I'm gonna do it with these people. Played it solo. That's what I did. Played it fucking solo because it came to midnight release. It came out. It wasn't even midnight release. So scratch that. It wasn't even midnight release. It was like 5 o'clock or some stupidness. Played it, grinded it. Everyone's too far behind and shit, and it ruins games for you. So I've got a specific type of people who I play MMOs with, because then I know they can grind and pretend to have sex with a phoenix under a bridge or something, because that's what they do. So fuck it.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, I don't know. We're gonna end it here. We're ending it there, people.
Yeah,
otherwise, because if it was earlier, I could probably go on for like 4 hours. But who wants to sit and watch a 4-hour podcast of us just ramble on about nothing? But we'll talk more about the gaming podcast. We'll see what we can set up and stuff and get people.
Yeah,
on. We'll start to get
good.
Start to get more people on this. If you want to find me or Tom, literally our Instagram links are on the screen in massive letters. So feel free to go follow us on there if you want to.
Tom JT.
I'm probably gonna be more available on Instagram than Twitter. I am available on Twitter, so everything's the same for me. So
yeah, I've got Twitter but I don't really use it. I tend to more Instagram.
Yeah, so that's our links. I do appreciate everyone who's watching, because we're live streaming. So if you're watching it, we've got to appreciate the follows, views, people who stayed. Obviously, chatting's a bit awkward because we're doing a podcast. So if you are chatting, I'm not really paying attention to chat. It's not that type of thing, is it? It's not really a thing where you like.
If they've got some input to say, and we can comment back.
Yeah. But people don't, when they're watching like podcasts live, it's people are just engaged. But if you ever want to get involved in the conversation, look, right, either put in chat. If you're going to watch it on YouTube and you want to get involved, hit me up on either YouTube, Twitter, Instagram.
I'll just leave comments below.
Yeah, leave a comment. I'll figure it. I'll find it at some point, and then so if you, like I said, we'll have a morning, evening, afternoon, night, and if you're streaming, I hope you have a good stream as always. We're going to end it there. And I will tweet out and let everyone know when our next podcast is. much love, and we will catch you guys later.
See you later.
Peace.